Our top story, a Chinatown welcome answered by a show of community support from around Boston. As in other Chinatowns around the country, restaurants here have been seeing fewer customers amid widespread anxiety about the coronavirus. In response, Boston City councilors organized a brunch on Saturday to draw a sharp line between sensible precautions and unwarranted fears.
Boston is safe and proceeding along the accurate information and medically accurate directions of what we should be doing, but that does not mean that we need to be staying away from Asian Americans or Asian American owned restaurants or Asian American cuisine. This is a time when we need to come together, and particularly for a community that has faced perpetual foreigner stereotypes all growing up, this has been especially painful. Because the start of this coronavirus outbreak and a lot of the misinformation and frankly stereotypes around it coincided right during the Lunar New Year, which is usually the busiest time of year for restaurants, businesses have seen sales decline of 50%, 70%, up to 80%, one restaurant owner told me, and it's weekend after weekend, day after day. So this is a huge deal for the businesses to have people come in again, for the families who work here, and for the community to know that people are in support.
So when you think about, all the other dangers that we face out there and how deadly some of them are, this really does pale in comparison. It doesn't mean that we shouldn't be, careful. It doesn't mean that we shouldn't do things like really smart things that public health officials tell us to do, like wash our hands and have good hygiene and all that kind of stuff. But we have to put this in a perspective. And we can't be so afraid. Fear has a tremendous chilling effect on who we are and how we treat one another. We've got to set that aside. We've got to be willing to be in community with one another. This is one of those things that I think folks are using as an attempt to keep us apart. We're just not going to let it happen.